boom. All right, what are we looking at up? You want to do this one, Hahez? You want to do the one you submitted this morning?
Nah, I'll do that one. That
This
one
one?
actually struggled more, I think.
All right,
Um,
sounds good.
it's more just trying to work out how to play around. I feel like this matchup shit for me, so I'm not sure how to play around it. If I need to, like, I can't win in the 1v1, so invading is harder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think some skirmishes he's just better than me as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think to start off, I think going for the invade when they fully spotted you is a bit, like the ball lines shifted up. They obviously looks like they warded. Obviously, the guy just threw the just threw the cube at the wall, so she's still here. I think it has nothing to do with the matchup or anything. This is just pretty obvious. Shouldn't
This
go
is
for
the
a
bad
moment.
invade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, if no one saw you and they didn't come, then sure, right? Because you're obviously Belveth. But in this case, like, not only did you see them and they saw you, but you saw them place a ward, and it shouldn't it's always nice to have an idea of an invader or cheese, but it's in League it's very few things are good when you like force them no matter what. So I
Yeah.
think that's obviously a pretty it's already a bad matchup as you said, but it's not gonna help being like way behind the curve, right? But we get a full clear. I think. Oh, sorry. I think again, even going for top crab, I think it's quite silly because you're like a solid. Normally, when you finish your sixth camp, he just finishes his sixth. So normally you'd both be just finishing your last top set camp and going to crab at the same time. But in this case, you should know that he's a solid 15 seconds faster than you because he got to start his raptors right away. While you had to like walk 10 seconds towards your blue buff, right? So I think even this is kind
Yeah.
of silly. You should be either immediately basing, or just running to bot grab. I think this is just what's
Not
it
even
called?
worth it. I should just assume it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just assume it's gone. Because you could even like base for like double longsword right here, and then you could run straight to his like raptors, because you know that
They're
this.
respawning soon or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then normally you say, oh, my one v one's losing, but in this case, he's probably gonna do like scuttle to raptors, and then he'll have no items while you have double longsword, and then even if the matchup's bad, with the two double longsword should definitely make the difference, right? Um,
Yeah.
so I think you could just play for that as well. The fact that this blue is up is insane. I don't know how it's up. It shouldn't be up.
Yeah,
Um,
because I just went to water, I think, originally. I'm not sure. Actually, why am I here?
I
I
don't know.
actually don't
I don't know
know.
why you're here, but I also don't know why XinZhao has these camps up. Um, I have no concept of a clue of what this is. I guess he was playing. I guess he played for double crab and he just warded this and then went like this. That's why they came because obviously you must be on the ward if they both came. Um,
Yeah.
this is insane. I know like his camps end up being up. I just have. It looks like this guy did Rapture. It looks like he did his 3 bot camps into mid
He
gank.
did a
Looks
mid
like,
play.
and then he went to. And here, actually on Vision, you actually saw him go to his top crab here. Yeah, he did 3 top bot camps. Then he ganked mid, and now he's going on crab. And then after crab, looks like he did top crab to bot crab, and on the way to bot crab, he warded his top side here, and that's what their mid and top laner came to. Looks like. But again, I think the
Okay,
initial
yeah, because I
plan, the
was confused
base
about
based
this
after
as well.
red, and it looks like he did top crab into his raptors into bot here. You see? But again, even no matter what he did, I think what he did doesn't matter. It's about
But I did, yeah.
yeah, it's like I don't think you didn't like with the information we thought we had. We thought these camps were already down, right? so and then again,
Mm.
it doesn't really make any. It still makes no more sense invading when we know that we don't have. You don't think your Oveon's winning because I think the Raptor invade is different because you'd have double longsword by then, right? In this case, you don't have any advantage or reason to think you're stronger than them, right? You also don't have prio. You also have no reason to think these camps are even still up. So there's actually
If
just
I
like,
was just like there to put a ward and then back off, would that be fine?
uh, sure.
Or you think they'll lose the tempo though
Yeah, I think you lose your tempo
for the
because here you
Raptors?
still you have the advantage of being on bot crab or before he's there, or potentially ganking bot lane before he can counter gank, or again potentially playing for his respawn raptors, right? But when you do even go for the ward, it's not just like ooh just one little ward. Think about the time. Like here you could base right now, boom, at 3:15, right? Walking all the way
Hmm.
here to get a ward right now, it's already okay, it wasn't 3:15. You killed the red buff at 3:22, and just walking all the way here for a ward, it's already 3:35. So it takes 11 seconds walking here. You have to understand 11 seconds. It takes 8 seconds to base, so it's 11 seconds. If you just base, you'd be here right now. You know?
Yeah.
Compare this to warding and then basing here. Like again, the tempo is one of the things when you like tempo is the only advantage you have this game, right? So
Yep.
Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just not worth it even to ward. And then in this case, you obviously get punished for it. And I think normally you'd be able to play for bot crab, maybe as respawn raptors. But in this case, you lose bot crab, you die. And if this guy is smart, he could technically instantly start your grump right now on spawn. Like you spawn in 4, your grump spawns in 3. He could start your grump right now, and he'll kill it before you get here. And now you're playing a game where you got double crabbed, plus you died, plus you got your respawn camp taken, and like I think in all extensive purposes, jungle is just completely over right now, right?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, if you're here earlier as well, look how aggressive their Balian's playing. If you base for that tempo we talked about, and you're here right now, these guys are pretty pushed up, right? Q Q
Yeah.
W into Pike Q. This looks like a fucking free kill to me, right? So
Yeah. Luckily, he didn't take it, but still, I do see what you're saying.
yeah.
But he just could have. My game would have been over. And here I'm playing like shit.
Yeah, I mean, besides you miss, there's not really much I can say. You just missed everything, right? We talked about it before, but I think if your W is not guaranteed, there's no point to flash W here. It's like when I'll go before right at the second you flashed. Like, I'll try to go right before you flash, or was it right? Q. I think you flash right here. I want to do right before you flash. I'll try one more time.
That's right.
Q right there. Fuck. Okay, I'll just imagine you're here, right? At this point, you don't have
Yeah.
to flash W. Can't you just keep clicking down? Like you have the inside track, right? See, he's already alienated himself on the outside track, right? um, you have the
Yeah.
inside track. Like you have the outside angle, so you're always going to get to this point before he gets to this point. That's all. That's all that matters, you know.
Okay.
So I think
And I guess if he goes into the cove or whatever,
then he's
he's
just
still
dead.
trapped.
You're just gonna follow him in,
Yeah.
right? And all it does is it just buys more time for your Qs to come back up, right? Because your Qs are on TD. So if he goes into go, I mean, look at his HP bar. He's going into go with this HP bar, with but you're always gonna QQ after him and catch him up to him eventually, right? There's nowhere for him to go if he goes into the cove. His only chance of making it out right now. If he doesn't make it out right now, which he won't, because you have inside track on him, then you'll just make it out. So I think you never even have to throw W on this guy. This guy could literally die to you, or just auto, and then your 2 Qs once your Qs come back up. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot to simplify. Anytime you um get to a point where you could be behind someone, sorry, you get to be in front of them. Here, if you keep walking like this again, by the time you're here, he's here. So again, you're in front of him. He has to walk into you to live, right? Because you're getting into a point
Yep.
where you're like here and he's here, and you see how he's literally walking towards you. Uh, so
hmm
anytime you're in a position where you're able to have the ability to make them walk into you to escape, it's always gonna be favorable. You never want to be in a position like this in a second where you're chasing after them. You know, always want it to be like you're here and he's here. He's running into you. You never want to be chasing them, because when they're running into you, you're able to auto them and walk with them when you're parallel with them, right?
Yep. Okay.
When you're parallel with someone, you could hit them and walk, hit them, walk, hit them, walk. But when you're chasing them, you can't hit him and chase him, because if you hit him, by the time you're like while you're standing still to auto and he just keeps walking, by the time your auto hits, you're still here and he is here now, right? But when you're
Yep.
here and they're here, you can hit them. They walk a little bit, and now you're still in range to walk with them and still hit them. You see what I mean? So
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
this video should definitely die. I guess he still died, but it's to his own ability. Like he just decided to walk back in and die here, you know. So with the Krugs cleared out, this guy dies.
So like here, should I be trying to recall back to my bot camps, or do I just trade?
No, I think this is fun.
Okay.
When your bot's dead, I mean, your MF's not is like not able to defend your camps anyways, because so I think it's when you see the enemy camps are just for free, why not take them, right? I think this is fun. Mm. Yeah, I think you're not using your Qs well enough. You really want to auto Q here. You just queued here, like auto Q. You're maximizing your damage, right? I think auto Q for sure.
Yeah.
Get an extra auto off. I think you're Wing too early. I think it's funny. Either you insta W, like you just instantly, like went earlier. You jump earlier and you just be Wing right now. So they stop. They're not hitting your teammate, so he doesn't die. Because when he dies, he's gonna give your XinZhao level up, and maybe he's gonna give him triumph, right? So it's either instantly W, like Q, like
Mm.
going right now, Q right now. So the second XinZhao E's, while you see him mid air E, you're already channeling your W. So when the second he like like lands, he's insta knocked up, right? So it's either you insta E, sorry, it's either you insta W or you hold it. So it's either you don't W now at all, you just auto Q, W Q, and then you're getting a Q reset, right? That's like the two ways to play Belveth
Yeah.
W. It's either you instantly do it as fast as possible and you use it just like a normal CC spell, like okay, I'm like Nautilus Q, like I'm Nautilus Qing him, so he stops hitting my teammate, you know, or you save it completely and you use it for like as a damage spell, just to like maximize your Qs, because you do Q W, and then you get your Q refund, and
Your
and
reset.
then you get a triple
Mm.
Q. So that's the two ways to play. I think either is fine here. You can let him die and just hold your W super greedily and play for the kill, or you could use it literally as soon as possible as XinZhao's E midair, just to try to stall Akshan's death as long as possible, so XinZhao gets like no damage on him. Does that make sense?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So in that instance, I probably should have just ran in and W straight away.
Yeah, again, I think either works. It's your preference. I think both are playable lines. Because imagine if you have W right now still, right? Then it's still WQ. It's still possible moment, right? It wouldn't be W now.
Yeah.
It would have been W like here. Instead of queuing to face check, you could just W it as a face check, right? That's why it either work. It's your preference. I think this is fine. If you're gonna go Dragon for Grubs, I would be spam danger pinging. Actually, you kind of were.
Yeah.
You did one ping. I'd be spam danger, caution. But you pinged on the way to Grub, so that should tell them what you're thinking. So I don't hate it. You don't have to flash here when you have Q coming up any second now. Actually, no, you don't. I guess.
Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
I guess that's an instance of me not
You could say.
tracking my
I think you could save
cues.
like one Q just to be safe. Just because here you could just Q over the Nivea wall. You know.
Yeah.
If you don't think you can fight him and he's walking in, then just go top crab, right?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even think of that because I just assumed all my camps were down.
Yeah, I mean top crab's up. Raptors pump in 20, so you could just do like Raptors to top. Sorry, Raptor. Top crab to Raptors, right? A camp's a camp. He takes your blue. You take scuttle. It's basically same value, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You can even check maybe his grumps back up.
Because I don't think I ping here, do I? Because I know he's there.
Cause this is pretty awkward, right? You're just 30 seconds walking back and forth, scared to walk in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to be like just way faster at trading and everything in general. Like you have to be like, if you think you're weak at this guy, we call it seesawing in thing. Like imagine a seesaw. I'm
Mm.
not the best drawer, but see what we can do. And this is if he's this is Zin and this is Belveth. And anytime he goes like left side of the map, you're instantly going right side of the map. And the second he goes right side of the map, like you're instantly going left side of the map. It's kind of like constantly first. So in this case, you know he's right side, so he's here. So you're
Yeah.
instantly going like here, like opposite of him, or here, right? And then he does,
Okay.
and then here he does dragon. And the same time he hits dragon, like they spawn same time. Dragon spawns 3 seconds, Herald spawns 5 seconds. Second he starts dragon, you should be instantly hitting Herald, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
that same logic, the second he goes back to top side, as we see, boom, Zinzao's back to top side. You see him show right, boom, you see Zinzao right here. When you insta base right
Yeah.
now, and look, you run straight to his Raptors, to bot side. Or you run straight bot, you have 3 grubs and a Herald, and if he wants to hit Pike here or go for Chase Vayne, then you'll insta Herald and get bot tower. So if you think you're in a losing matchup or you're scared of him, for whatever reason, you should be insta seesaw.
Mm.
Like it's a just imagine a seesaw. Like he goes that side, you go this side. But like here, you see him here. You know you're not gonna fight him because you've already decided it's a bad matchup. You know this knowledge from
Yeah.
previous games. So why are you even entertaining the idea of this happening? You know you're not fighting. You know Vayne's not coming. She's 0 mana, has to base. Just got a kill plus top tower. She probably has a lot of gold. You know you're not fighting this guy. You know there's nothing to fight for anyway. There's no Herald, there's no tower to fight. Just insta base. You have Gromp up, you got Wolves up, you got Raptors. I mean, you just saw his Raptor spawn. If you base your own straight bot, this guy can die 2v1, right? Shogat's immobile, no speed ups, no dashes, no invis. Just QQW on this guy. He's Dez. He dies. Boom. You Herald bot tower. Like just imagine a seesaw,
Yeah.
and you're always perma trying to think, but you're like, last he's on blue and you're walking into him. Here he's in top river and you're like flirting with the idea of walking into him. Same thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because here, like actually, like this, you agree the Sorga should be dead right now. If you saw 3 people on Vision, you saw Aphelios, 80 support and jungle on blue, and Garen's dead. So you see 3 people top, Garen's dead. So that means the only Sorga can be mid, right? Mathematically, no one else can be bot side. Sorry, not mid. I don't know why I
What's that
said
right
mid.
now? Yeah.
So this guy's just a free kill.
Yep. So I guess it's just less matching the jungler and more trading sides in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
simple. If
Yeah.
you're weaker, if you think you're weaker than your opponent, you play to ignore them. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Because I think I've been trying to match him while still playing around the fact that it's like I'm weaker usually. That could have been the issue. Because even just in this VOD here, I can see I've been matching him, and I've just been too scared to do anything when he's been there.
Hmm
Where if I went to his opposite side and did something else, I wouldn't have to worry about that.
It's simple. If you think you're stronger than him, like you're not, then sure fight him. Like if let's say you think you're stronger at the blue buff here, then just fucking run into him and fight him to death, right? But if you think you're weaker, which you are, then yeah, then you avoid.
Yep.
Does all make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. See, you're kind of getting nothing done. Like you always hear me say, it's either like force to play or trade to play. But you're kind of doing option C where you're like not like forcing anything. Like you're not forcing a Cho'Gath gank, but you're also not like fighting them at the blue buff. You're kind of just doing nothing.
Oh, you're a little early, no? That was
Yeah,
at 4.
I was just chilling in here, and if anyone wanted to come in, they were welcome to.
Are you playing Belveth right now?
No, this is group coaching.
Nah, just coaching VOD.
Oh.
It's like, because you're not the type of player I assume to even play Belveth, right?
I used to play her a lot when she came out. I haven't played her in a while.
Yeah.
When she was Turbo Astro Hitler broken. Oh my god. But every
Yeah, I miss old Belveth. She first came out.
I do not. Were you there, Chad? Chad, did you play her when you could like level 2 dive on her and just like it was free?
1 second, Perry is
Cause
messaging me about work. Sorry.
uh,
Because like the biggest thing I remember was like the 80% damage reduction on E and the 30% lifesteal, I think it was. It's the most egregious thing I remember.
yeah, bro. You take E level 2, you invade or you dive, and it's just free. It was just free.
It was funny because like at the time I just played her like a Marcy E in a way. Like kept full clearing until I got like 2 items and then fight.
No, that champion wasn't for. I mean, she scaled pretty decently, but like she wasn't a scaler. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she didn't need items to touch you, bro. She just did, and it was like, okay, bro. Once people figured that out, it was genuinely one of the most miserable experiences ever. She would just invade you level 1 no matter what, and you just couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, because when I played, I didn't know about that stuff yet. I just
yeah.
assumed she was like a Master Yi clone in a way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is actually why I started playing her, because I'm like, damn, she's a more complicated Master Yi. That's what I thought at least.
Alright,
But I
sorry
feel
about
like
that.
now she's the complete opposite.
Fucking Perry. Perry was DMing me about like IRL personal shit, but I told him I'm group coaching, so DM me later. Alright.
Ah,
Okay, take his camps. 2016 here. There were 2 items now, so I feel like now it always comes to a point when you're behind. Like, sorry, I'll go back. It always comes to a point when we're like behind or we're scared that we play slow, play slow, play slow, play patient, and it comes to a point where you find like, okay, now I'm strong, or now I'm confident, or now I feel like I can force. And I feel like for a lot of people like hitting this 2 item spike, this is kind of the moment where you're like, okay, now that I'm 2 items, I've scaled up. I've got my items I need. Now I can kind of do my thing. So I think now you come here and you should come here with the intention of looking to
Yeah.
finally fight. Because we kind of been AFK recently, but now we have the power to force in. So flash QW in. I think we E a bit too early, and I think you just. I think this is a great fight. I think Vayne's here, Pyke's here. It's 3v3. This is their mid support AD versus our jungle AD support. So even numbers are even. You're strong. I think you have a very low accuracy with your W, which sounds funny. It's not like, oh, just hit more W's, right? There's a lot of levels to it. Like you could set yourself up to hit more. Instead of Wing here, you could Q one more time to here. You have this upwards Q, and now you have like a very
Yeah.
linear line for 2-man W. Plus you're also way closer, so the closer you are, easier to hit. And also another thing about skill shots is you have to stop. It sounds funny and simple, but it is true. You need to put your cursor on their character models, wait for your cursor to turn orange or highlighted, and then W. It's that simple. I call this a free ball. When you throw your mouse on the terrain, and in for a skill shot, you're just throwing it. It's not. It's kind of like you ever play an FPS game shooter.
Yes.
It's kind of like aim assist. When you have your mouse over someone, it's kind of like aim assist because if the cursor's on them and it's highlighted, even if they move to the left, it's going to throw not where your cursor is. It's going to throw like on the center of their character model almost. Or like it is kind
Does
of
it
where
really
it
work
is
that
where
way?
your cursor is, but like something about it having on a champion, it kind of moves with them, kind of. It's hard to explain, right?
Okay.
But I just think about it like just as an analogy, think about it as like an aim assist, It's always going to be easier to or if you ever play like CS:GO, how you can make it like cursor, you can have like technically no cursor, or like a dot. By
Mm.
having a cursor on them, it's like using a cursor, and by having no cursor, like doing free balls like this, it's kind of more blind. It's kind of more invis. You're relying on your uh fuck like your vision better compared to just like the games, right? Because a lot of things in this game that's like
Mm.
low ground, high ground. Like this guy in rivers a lot. Like this could be the river, and this guy's here, but in reality, in the real game code, he's like here. So a lot of times, if you have your mouse here, and see it's missed, but if you have your mouse on him, even though he's here, it's going to throw it like here. That makes sense. It's re-
Okay.
quick
it's
question.
technical. That's why 99% of skill shots you should just have until you see your mouse highlighted, then you throw it, and it makes it a lot higher chance of hitting it. I just don't like free balls. Free balls are bad 90% of the time.
What about slower projectiles, like say a Viego W or like
No,
I
that's
don't
fine
know,
too.
like
It's the only time it doesn't apply are like nearly Qs, like super far
or
range
like
stuff like that.
Israel Q
Yeah,
stuff.
because I was about to say I used
Not
to play
even then.
Pudge in Dota 2,
hmm
and his hook was very slow but far. Maybe I'm trying to transfer that skill, but it's not really working.
No, a lot of times, even to the pro level players, people just need to have their mouses on the enemy characters more. And and not only is it literally easier because you have a way to when you have your mouse on the ground, you have no indication on when I should throw it. Should I throw it now or should I throw it in half a second, right? Should I move it? Should I throw it now or should I throw it when he walks slightly downwards, right? But when you have your cursor on them, once you see it highlighted, it becomes an easier indication. Okay, I should throw it now because now the highlightation came up, where it's all
Yeah.
bright red because when you have your mouse over an enemy, it obviously highlights them. Obviously, you can see with your mouse here. When you put your mouse on, you actually don't even put your mouse on them ever. But now you do. It just highlights. You see it's red, right?
Yeah.
Um, or his so 90% skill shots, 90% of the time, you guys should just. There are some skill shots where either they're really fast or they're far or blah blah blah. Then free balling is better. But a lot of times for most skill shots and at your guys' level, you should just be putting your cursor directly on their character model.
Would that apply to Belveth Q though? Since I have to use it so fast.
Nah, I mean your Q's not really. I mean it's a skill shot, but like not really. So
The
yeah,
dash.
it wouldn't apply to your Q. It would be applying mostly to your W.
Okay, yeah. Just double checking.
But it would actually help in some cases. Like for example, in this bull versus bot gank, this bot gank could actually would have funny have your cursor on it actually would help. Like here, for example, look, where was it? Here you queued
Yeah, it
backwards,
was
right?
here.
Here, see how here like you put your mouse here, so you queued like this, right? If your mouse was on
Mhm.
him, you wouldn't have queued like this. It would have queued more like this. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But so it does sometimes. It would also apply to your dash sometimes. But again, I think mostly think about it for the W reasoning. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I think this fight mid should be really good. You just botched it. Like you missed you didn't get a 2-man W, and this should always be a 2-man W. I think you went
Wasn't
slightly.
this a two-man W?
Yeah,
Oh no, it wasn't. I thought I knocked up Nivea as
it should
well.
have been right. I was thinking you went in too early. Like your vein zone was here and you went in. And also, you don't have to flash. Like you have 3 dash spells. So instead of flashing, you could just queue up, then queue down, or queue down here and then queue up. You know, just there's no reason to flash now and go now. You could queue, wait for Vayne to be in range, then you can flash W. You know.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it worth me saving my Qs though? For the damage?
no, because it's not your damage we're playing this fight off of. It's Vayne's damage. You just need the fight to start. You just need them to be slowed, and you need to burn their spells, and you need to CC them, and then Vayne will do the rest of the damage. Right? You're not doing.
Okay, yeah. So when I'm not the main damage dealer, it doesn't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
My Q damage, okay.
And a lot of times, even then, even when you are doing damage, it's really rare that you're getting the value of all 4 Qs as Belveth. Like a lot of times, in reality, in a fight, you're getting like 1 Q damage off. You're using the other, like you're using like 2 Qs to engage, 1 Q to disengage. A lot of fights as Belveth, you're literally just getting 1 Q damage off, and you're getting like auto W E Strikebreaker damage. And again, keep in mind when you land your W, you get a second Q. So you can literally use all 4 Qs technically to gap close, and you'll still and then as long as you land your W, you'll have at least 1 Q for damage. You know.
Yeah.
It's really, really. It's like unless you're hitting like a fucking Ornn, how many times are you hitting 5 Qs in the fight where Q damage, Q damage, Q damage, W reset, Q damage, Q damage? That's like never happens, you know? It's not really a thing, nor do you need it.
Yeah, I just mentioned it because some fights hitting my Q sometimes can change the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I find, at least early on.
Alright, I'll spam ping Baron here. 2 dead.
Yeah.
How are we not pulling Baron here? 30 carry support and dead. All 5 of my teammates are alive. Before Auction on base here, he was on the map here. You guys are all in the Baron area as well, right? How are we not pulling Baron here? This is the game-winning situation, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be.
You don't even need Smite because we're not playing to kill the Baron. We're playing.
Does it matter though that Cho'Gath is up though?
No, because
Being he has his own smite.
No, we're not. No, you don't. You don't even have Smite up. We're not doing the Baron to kill the Baron. If we're doing Baron and Cho'Gath comes into the pit, there's a big issue. We're just doing Baron. They're gonna come to stop us, obviously, because why would they want to give us a free Baron, right? And then we're just going to queue out of the pit and then just W turn, W on the Xin or W on the Cho. It's a 5. You're not pulling Baron because of
To
whatever
take
the fuck
Baron,
reason.
you're doing it to
you're doing
force a
because
fight.
it's a you have a advantageous fight because there's 3 enemies live on the enemy team, and there's 5 teammates on your team, so it's a 5v3, and the number of advantages is OP in League of Legends, right?
Mhm.
The smite or the lack thereof has nothing to do with it. Also, I have no idea why you're smiting your camps. Like, I can't believe you just smited Raptors here. Who cares? It's 45 gold. Congrats. You just got 45 gold while Baron's up. You just cannot be using smite like that at all.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, here, it's champion Baron again, too. Zin's dead. Jagarin's dead. Now their smite's dead, too, so you should feel better, right?
Yeah.
Before there wasn't. Like, nah. And here, how are you running away from the Shogath? Why are you not just running into him? Vayne's right next to you, 2 dead, and here you see Nivea top. So the only 2 people that could be here is Shogath plus the AD carry Philio. So it's 2v2. Like Vayne, the jungle AD versus Shogath AD, and you also have Peg coming, so it'll be a 2v3 soon. And then MF can come too, so it could be 2v4 soon. How are we not chasing this guy down? Yeah, now we realize it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you gotta dodge this Q with your thing. You just gotta dodge something. You have 2 dashes up, and you dashed into his Q. You just need to dodge
Yeah.
one of his 2 spells. You get hit by both. And you lose soul over that because you can't fight without Vayne because she's too important.
Because I try to start hovering the Vayne, I think, a bit more.
Yeah, but she's definitely a strongest guy. You should. Cho'Gath's also their strongest member, and she's the only one that can kill Cho'Gath, like, at all. Now you should. Your only job here is to live. As long as you live, you get Baron. You should try to heal up a bit. Okay, my Vayne died. If she wouldn't die, then you'd play for Baron because they have no Cho'Gath ult now and Zin Smite, but he died, so you can't. Where's Vayne? I'm literally just following Vayne around like a puppy. Go protect your Vayne. Fight with her. You're watching XinZhao just run at her. Walk out, W hit him. Like no, like you're just watching this guy go run at at your only human teammate. Protect your boy. What is this? He dies. Actually, he doesn't die. This guy's the best. Oh, you didn't use Strybreaker. Strybreaker would have killed him. Smite would have killed him. Yeah, I mean XinZhao should be dead right now. Pretty sad.
So in that situation now, I should have immediately stunned him just to stop him from jumping on Vayne.
Yeah, and then obviously at this, you just use everything on him. Use Smite, use Q, use Strybreaker, like. Oh my God, how is that guy not dead?
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally seen you get hit by every Cho'Gath this game as Belveth the champ with 4 dashes is just not acceptable. You have to hold your dashes better or something. You're using your Qs way too much as Belveth as well. Like this late in the game, Belveths don't even Q, they just auto, and then you don't even use your Q for again. I think you're really over fixated on using your Q for damage. A lot of Belveth they just kill people with just autos, W, Kraken procs, W's, E's, and their Qs are yes, ever so often they'll obviously use it for damage, but most of the time it's really just used as just for the dash, just as a way to be mobile.
Just the mobile. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You're kind of perma using it for damage perma.
Yeah, because I guess early on it's used for damage perma
Yeah.
until guess what you're saying mid to late game.
Mhm.
I want to be weaving in way more orders.
Yeah, exactly. Because now here, I mean, Elder's just gone. You actually got Akshan revived, but normally this death just loses Elder, which Elder obviously loses the game on the spot,
Yeah.
But then the game I don't know. I think at early game it's a lot of